This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social medias in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to hang out with you guys today. And we're back in the studio. We took a week off. We were a little involved with the, of course, with the, we put on a wrestling show. And that took a lot of our bandwidth, so here we are. But we do have with us, first of all, in studio, on the couch, it is the Dudders. Still in sweet fade mode. So slow fade mode. I don't know why it's in slow fade mode. We'll work on that. You got a buddy over your shoulder over there.
My friend. He's just chilling in the background, looking for my bells.
The bell searching. Tom Nook is with us, and there's a reason for that, because there was some updates last week that we've all been involved in now, right?
Yes. Welcome.
Well, yes, welcome to the madness, I suppose. Also with us, you saw him in the background there if you're on the video version, but Dave Podnar has joined us from the iPhoneography podcast.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here always.
Yes, of course. And of course, over on the couch, we do have the interns are back. Intern Tony has joined us. You're not even on microphone. It's behind you. What are you doing over there? Well, you're part of the show too. Come on.
I was sitting on the mic.
It doesn't go that way. It's part of your media training.
Right.
Make sure the microphone's actually in front of you. Welcome. How you had a big break and everything. We've had you back. Of course, we've drug you into the wrestling here the last couple of weeks. But how was your holiday? Since it's the first time we've officially seen you here.
Good. It was long and cold. I kind of wanted to go back, honestly.
Did you educate your family on any of the great things you've been learning here at on the AwesomeCast? Perhaps.
No, I wish I did. I should have showed him a few, episodes and stuff. But actually, my cousin did the AwesomeCast, a TikTok, I think it was, or an Insta Reel showed up on his page. Yeah. And he sent it to me, and he's like, "Oh my God, look at you on a podcast." And I was like, "Yep." So we're going viral.
Yep, that's what happens. You will get on the internet when you're a part of this show, and maybe more than you wanted to. So let's get into it with our thing of the week. Let's see. Dave, let's have you go first, because I know Katie and I are going to be on a very similar vibe here for a second. So Dave, what's your awesome thing?
Okay. So my thing is a app, in China, which is their #1 app in China. And the name of the app is not positive, but the reason for the app is positive. Okay. It's Are You Dead? Oh.
Okay, just in case you need to check on that, huh?
Well, you figure that a lot of people and it's a paid iPhone app. So basically, once a day you have to click and say, "I'm here." And if you don't do it, it will send out automatic notifications to people, to emergency responders, and the people you have set up, saying, "Oh, you may want to check on so and so. They haven't checked in for the day." Oh. Because of the amount of people, young students living alone, older people living by themselves, not living in larger family groups like they used to, this gives a way to basically make people say, I'm here, instead of you having to call. I mean, I would say, I'm going to put on that, call your mother daily, call your mother. But, if it's a matter of, like I said, someone living alone, maybe away from their family, it's just an easy way to make sure that someone's still there. Yeah. I mean, the title, Are You Dead? It would be better if Are You Alive? But it's starting to go international.
You can pick it up on the Apple Store. It's $6.99 according to this page here in American dollars. And it is apparently it is on the Mac App Store as well as the iPad and iPhone as well. So and of course there are some reviews. Looks like they're in Chinese as well. This feels like something that I feel like our parents should have on their phone. To be quite honest.
I 100% agree. I mean, I'm thinking about my dad who lives by himself.
Sure.
Now he does have a very strong community around him. He's very active in this church, so he talks to, he goes to church weekly, talks to his pastor during the week. So if people don't hear from him, there'd be someone out there close by who can see him. But he lives in California. I'm in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
If something happens to him, he does have a pacemaker. If something happens to him, it could be a couple days for anyone to notice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm kind of worried about my mother, because she's kind of really out in the middle of nowhere. And she has her church and everything, but that's not like, they're not checking on her, I think, on a daily basis or anything like that.
Right.
And Katie, I think your mother's kind of in a similar situation, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't even want to say anything because my mom and I are currently in I need to check up on you more often. Please answer your phone / text me when I get worried that everything's not okay because the cat doesn't have thumbs conversation.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same, I need to communicate more, check in more, visit more, that kind of thing. So, it's she doesn't know, but I'm going to try to come out Sunday.
Surprise, Mom.
Kind of thing. So, but it seems like a good, honestly, I feel like this is something that could be built into the iOS. The way they kind of work with things too. So just that little kind of check-in.
Part of a family plan or something where, like you said, just are you still around? Just a ping or so for older family members.
So I'd be interested if anybody out there thinks this would be a good idea for their, and everybody's in a different situation. Need to check in with their loved ones and everything like that. So I think that'd be good for a lot of people, honestly. So it's Demumu, DEMUMU, if you want to look that up on the App Store and see if that works with your situation. So we're gonna tease. We teased the Tom Nook, but I'm gonna give it another second here because we got a very special presentation here for Katie's Awesome Thing of the Week that I want to get to. But in the meantime, let's see what we got here. I want to point out games for my friends with OCD, and these have been approved because my wife has been all in on them and has been using a lot of time on them. We were talking. It's actually kind of funny. So first game that came up, and this has been on my Game Pass. It is on iOS. It's on Steam. It's on Switch. It's only $5. And you can understand why, because the game is a game about digging a hole. I started playing this, and I'm like, Missy, I think you might like this one. And it's first person, and the idea is the story, as much as there is one of it. Actually, there's more story to this than I expected. Oh, there's audio on that. You get a note, you buy a house, and it says that there's treasure in the backyard. So there's an X in the middle of the backyard, and you start digging. And eventually you get dynamite, and a jetpack, and a shovel, and you find some money, and you find some rocks. And I won't tell you how it ends. So, and you see oh, you're digging the hole. My wife... Katie, you saw the picture, right?
Oh, yeah.
From a little bit. My wife has dug out the hole all the way to the cement moorings in the backyard. She has removed every possible bit of dirt in the hole. She has completed the hole. It's been incredible. And I brought this up, and Chachi beat it in like a day. And I'm like, how are you doing this? This says it takes 4 hours to beat, and you've been playing this for like weeks, and extensively for hours at the time. This is a good picture of her hole. It's nice and clean. And there you go. So that gives you an idea there. But anyway, so
yeah, I'm agreeing with Dudders. I never thought, especially on AwesomeCast, I would see Missy's hole.
No, but there it is. And then you end, and it fill in. You fill in, and she gets to start over, and she was really excited about that. And I'm like, Missy, we got to give you something else to do than filling the hole. So we this is a game that's on every service. It's on Game Pass. It's been there, I think, both versions of this. I know Chachi's been playing it before as well. But are you familiar with the Power Wash Simulator? Is that a new one to you guys? It's literally, you have a power wash, and it's set up for that. It is a part of Apple Arcade now. That's actually I got her into playing it on the Apple TV, so I can play my Game Pass without her taking over my save games again. But yeah, no, you just have some dirty situations, and you have a pressure washer and get to clean things up. So that's the game. Once again, I think Chachi's played a lot of this one too. And if you're on the Apple, there's expansion packs for it, and one of the expansion packs actually is SpongeBob, and that is actually included in the Apple Arcade version of it without any further cost. So that's kind of a nice thing. Again, she's played. I introduced this to her like a day or two ago. She's spent at least 8 hours on this thing so far. And I'm just like, this is great. Maybe we should pressure wash our own house. Because you've spent so much time on this thing. As I'm watching her pressure wash a house, I'm like, why aren't we just doing this in real life? Because we kind of need it with our house right now. So, and she's like, actually, I've been thinking about that. So hopefully it's inspirational. Well, you're not going to power wash in the winter, that's for sure. That's been, so again, games for the OCD. Power Wash Simulator does have a sequel as well, which also is a part of Game Pass, and I think they're rather cheap if you get them on other platforms as well. I think they're also like maybe a $5 or $10 purchase for something like that. Once again, it's on absolutely everything. Just as a peek in, I'm looking at the Steam, and it is only. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a big pack. Listen, you can download the demo for free. Is this the lowest one? The lowest one they have there is $25, but also includes the Tomb Raider. It includes 3 expansion packs, including Tomb Raider. The Ultimate Satisfaction Bundle is $58. And includes 7 items, including apparently all the DLC. So there's that. Obviously a little cheaper if you see it on the App Store or something like that too. So let us know, what is your kind of guilty pleasure simulator games? Because I think there's actually a round of things of digging a hole. This is like there's a Shrek one. There's an Alice's Adventures one as well on this power washing. But anyways, there's a Back to the Future as well. So you can clean a DeLorean. So I actually should be showing this video here. So you have a lot of options if you get one of the other versions and want to get the expansion packs as well. And there's a lot of other hole digging games, as well. This is like kind of an interesting side thing. I don't even know what you would call this category. But I love it's overwhelmingly positive in reviews as well. So and it's actually
basically a chore game.
It's a chore, yeah, they're chore games. Well, remember there was like Office Simulator when they did the VR and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So I think it's something like that too. So it's very interesting. So
Amanda in chat did mention A Little to the Left, which is an iOS game where you organize a drawer. You get so many puzzles. You get 9 puzzles for free. Mm-hmm. And then it's a $10 one-time purchase.
Okay. It's on
hundreds of puzzles.
It's also on Steam and it's on the Google Play Store if you're interested in that. So I'm going to share that with my wife, and I'm sure she's going to be playing it with I'm on a mission to keep my wife from playing the Jewel games. The freemium Jewel games, you know what I mean? I'm trying to take her away from that and showing her there's more to it than that. I'm like, here, try this, try Animal Crossing, try this, power wash something, dig a hole, here's some Katamari, kind of thing. So, but that's kind of my thing. So
now I will also admit, for A Little to the Left, the main thing there with the paw prints on it looks like a cutout of a cat, which I don't know if it's supposed to look like a cat.
Right. I think it's definitely supposed to look like a cat. So it really is just organizing a drawer. And again, I could just organize all my drawers. My house is a mess.
Hanging things up where it should be and stacking things, and
maybe it wraps your head around things so you can do this in real life too. You know what I mean? Or like, hey, I can't get. Oh man, there's a lot of pattern stuff in there. Oh man, that is okay. Katie, you have an awesome thing of the week plus.
I do. It's like we're just going to keep pulling our cups. Yes. So last weekend, last week, we got our Animal Crossing update 3.0. Super excited about that. Had to make a trip out to see my nieces and nephew, and we got some feedback. You get to meet my niece, Shar, and she's going to let you know what she thought about the game.
There you go.
We got a game video. Everyone, Hey everyone, I am here with my Animal Crossing loving niece, Charlotte.
Hi.
And we've been playing the updated version of Animal Crossing. Charlotte, what has been your favorite part?
Oh, but you have to ask me that. I really love the slumber islands. That's like a really fun part of it where I get to like have multiple islands that I can work on while sleeping, and I can just have like custom designs just for me. And I can invite other people to work with me and actually build on my island and put down stuff too.
I think my favorite part of that is that we have unlimited access to our inventory of items we've ever had. So you don't have to pay a certain amount of bells to have certain things, and you can put them down as many as you want. And I think the fact that I could drop things and you guys could pick them up and then you had them in your inventory.
Yeah, and like being able to control the time and like putting down trees and like being able to just pick up a tree and put it in my pocket, or put down a bridge or an incline and not even gonna have to pay at all, and it's just immediately done. It's like really nice because it's like I need this done, so I'm gonna do that. So like that was really helpful.
I did spend at least almost 4 hours catching my nephew up in Animal Crossing from talking almost just barely a house to the full on everything else. So we had the update so we could get him to the hotel.
You got him to 3 stars, 5 people on his island, 10 people on his island. You got him Mabel Sisters, the upgraded museum. You got him everything.
It was definitely a speed run of Animal Crossing. Then what else? Hotel.
I worked on the hotel. I finished every house, like everything. There's 8 rooms. You can do 2 per day. And there's different themes. Like you didn't have to just like, okay, this is the theme. You had 2 options. Like if I wanted to do a kid themed room, or like Japanese themed room, I would pick either of them. They're both so good. But then at the end, you get this VIP room where you get to design it for a day. You give it to a guest for a day. The next day, you redesign the whole room in a different like theme. So you could go from a mermaid room to a school room, and from this person living in there, let's say Tad, a frog character, to Tammy living in there. Her favorite.
Tammy is a favorite of mine.
Tammy's a favorite of yours.
She was an OG on my island.
Moved away, and now she's on my island.
True. What else have we played with? I downloaded some of the Lego. Charlotte did give me let me borrow one of her Zelda amiibos. So now I am going to have some Zelda stuff.
Yeah. I got one of the new Zelda characters, Minoru. She's really cute. She's like a deer and everything. She's so cute. She's on my island now, and once you put the amiibo on, you can invite a character over, and then in your like Nook shop like apping on the thing that you can like pay off your loan on and everything and resident services, it will add on the Zelda stuff. So I got like the Zelda outfits, all the like Zelda items. So I was like, okay, I'm ordering all of this. Order. The very next day I'm like, yes, I completed my mission.
And you ordered me something very special.
I did. They came out with a cat plushie. It is adorable. I ordered her 2 cat plushies. I'm going to give them to her. She can customize them to have a black one that looks like 2 of her cats, and a striped gray one that looks like the other 2 cats of hers. So she's excited. I can tell. Yeah. I got one for me because I have a cat. That's a calico. She's so cute. She's my favorite. But I got one of them for me, so she can have some. I can have some. But I'm excited to try to get one of those villagers or just say hi to them. Minoru and Tulin, the characters from the Zelda one. Minoru is actually a character. Like she looks like Minoru in the Zelda games looks like a deer, so now she's a deer in there, and like it's the same outfit. The third eye, like if you make Minoru surprised, a third eye opens on her forehead.
Oh, wow.
In Animal Crossing. It's like so cool. And then Tulin was like a kid in like Breath of the Wild. That's also on the island, and he's a bird. He was a bird. It's like they didn't mention it, but it's like the same character. And so like they were like not copying, but like they were like copy and paste.
Yeah.
And I haven't. So there's Nintendo stuff that's brand new, and there's a part where you can press on one of the Nintendo like systems, and it will let you play like another game that would be on it inside Animal Crossing. It's like, what? It's so cool. We haven't got to experience it yet, but we're gonna figure out how.
Yes,
we need to.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So how do you feel overall about the update?
It's awesome. I know there was like a lot of people that were like, oh, this is awesome. There's some people that were like, I don't know how I feel about this. But I'm like one of those people that are like, awesome. Off the charts. How do you feel about this?
I love it. I feel like there's a lot more to do with the game.
Yes.
And yeah.
And the hotel gives the people that didn't get Paradise Planning, that have like, you have to pay for Paradise Planning. So it's giving them to get like a free option of like Paradise Planning. So it's like, but it's like on your island and everything. Being able to build multiple things.
Oh my gosh, craft multiple things at one time.
And like having the materials in your storage.
Oh yeah.
But you can still craft with it. You can still do it with customization too.
Yep.
So it's like really cool. The Nintendo Switch 2 graphics. So my brother, her nephew, has a Nintendo Switch 2, and he's been playing on it. That's the one she spent like 3 or 4 hours on. You liked it a lot because of the bigger screen.
Yeah,
right?
I do like the bigger screen.
Yeah. I am excited to see.
Oh, I think we had fun sliding.
Oh yeah.
To the left.
So there's this thing where you can like, it made it easier for like us to use with fences and like cliffs and rivers to build. You can hold L and it will like make you slide. So we were going slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross, crisscross, and then we go like the clapping motion. Everybody clap your hands. And then we do the moonwalk where we go backwards. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with that, just like playing around. Was there anything?
So overall, good update?
Oh yeah, it's an amazing update. I think they gave us like a long wait, but it was a wait to it was a good wait.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. Yeah, that's the word.
There you go.
That was my in the field reporting.
In the field reporting.
Yeah, guest star.
In the back of the playroom. I love it. So you basically went and visited for a play date.
Yeah, 100%.
Out there,
yep.
So
spent a lot of time on working on Animal Crossing. Left here very early in the morning in some slushy conditions. Didn't matter. Was going to do it. We were going to play, and we had a good time.
I got my copy, I think Friday. I got to play a little bit of it. You can get, starting. I mean, I'm really just, harvesting at this point. And then Missy planted herself on my island and started stealing stuff from my house, which was a thing I didn't know we could do. So I was like, hey, what are you doing in my tent? Where'd my stuff go? She took the wooden posts that I had around the flower garden. I'm like, why did you even do that? And she was like, I came back and was like, did you put them back? She's like, yeah, I put them back. I was like, okay. So
that's so funny.
So that was kind of a surprise. I thought she was going to have her own island. She's a part of Sorgopolis. I've enjoyed it so far. I've enjoyed it so much that I hate not having it. So I went and bought Pocket Camp, which I played in the freemium days. And I was like, oh, I can jump into this and whatever. They deleted all the freemium stuff back in June. So I'm starting from scratch, but already like I miss the vibe of that game and everything. I forgot how much time I played on Pocket Camp. So it all kind of translates really, really well. So, and then you have your Tom Nook buddy that you found.
Yeah, my dude.
You want to talk about that?
Oh no, he's magic. He just appeared here.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, that's how I got him with other bells.
Yes.
People bells.
And with people bells. So we did have a week off last week. So Chachi, staying on the video game line, Chachi did submit a video game minute, and then we didn't end up having a show because wrestling. So here's a double whammy of Chachi's video game minute times 2. So Chachi's 2 minutes of video games here.
Hey kids, welcome back to the Chachi Says Video Game Minute. This week, we're going to spend the Video Game Minute honoring and remembering video game icon David Rosen. It was announced last week that David Rosen, co-founder of Sega, passed away on Christmas Day at the age of 95. Mr. Rosen ended up in Japan as a result of his military service, where he was stationed as he was serving in the Air Force during the Korean War. David imported coin-op amusement machines after seeing an interest, and the company took off from there. After that, they released Periscope, which is believed to be the first Sega-branded video game, and jumped on the Pong excitement bandwagon, releasing its own version. In 1986, David agreed to come back to America and form Sega of America, and oversaw the release of every major Sega console until he retired in 1996. Thank you, David Rosen, for your service in both the military and gaming. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Chachi Says Video Game Minute. We'll see you next time. Hey kids, welcome back to the Chachi Says Video Game Minute. Here's as much video game news I can cover in about a minute. Amazon released a first look at Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner's Lara Croft. Tomb Raider joins God of War as announced adaptations for the Prime streaming service. She looks like her, so we'll see how this goes. Fortnite developer Epic Games has been fined $1.2 million after a Dutch court held up a previously appealed decision that they manipulated children into making in-game purchases through in-game ads. No surprise there. It's exactly what they do. Someone finally got them for it. And finally, after a 4chan campaign to drive up the Metacritic ratings for a known terrible DS game, Disney Cory in the House, in an effort to unseat Claire Obscure as the #1 user-rated game on the site, it's currently at 6th. The prices for Cory in the House have skyrocketed on the resale market, going anywhere from $300 to $700. Yet another reason why internet reviews are terrible and should never be listened to. Ever. Thanks for watching this week's Chachi Says Video Game Minute. We'll see you next time.
We are back. Thank you, Chachi, for the Video Game Minute. Time's due, and we get to watch the beard progression back and forth. So let's get into we need to give a shout out to our friends supporting the show on patreon.com/awesomecast. Didn't do a Patreon feed this week, and I think everybody has to eject pretty quickly. Maybe we'll talk, I don't know, maybe we'll talk Animal Crossing if there's a couple minutes, but we'll see about that. But in the meantime, thank you everybody to support the show, including Brian Crawford, Cynthia Klosky, John DeGore, and one Dave Podnar with the hat. And I don't have it. Wait, I should probably copy and paste the thing from the other show in this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let me go to the other one. And I debuted your announcement for your race live at the Wrestling Mayhem show in front of a live audience. So that was kind of fun. And I'll never find it again now. Where did I put it? Dave Podnar, can I update my Patreon to use codes Dave26 at gcxc.com/eventspa for a discounted registration at races. Hey, that was a lot better than trying to do it in a ring in front of people on a microphone in a room. Yeah. So there you go. So and then I saw you doing a lot of interesting promotion, including I saw you doing one with Sora today.
Yeah, I've done two so far.
Okay.
So one I did talking a groundhog into joining the Groundhog 5K, which is on January 31st up at North Park. And I just did one where I was talking to Cupid into getting ready for the 4U 4-miler, which is actually on Valentine's Day. You can see me jogging with Cupid there. And yeah, so basically
that's a good use of Sora right there. That's
yeah. And I wish I was that thin too, but if you use code Dave26, you do get a $5 discount on races. And like I said, with that one, it's the 4-mile race, but you can also do it as a relay. So you can break it up to 2 people if you're not up to doing 4 miles. Come out, gorgeous medal, and just enjoy being out in North Park. It's gorgeous up there.
I love it. Good job with that. Awesome. And keep us updated on our race news here in the area too. So
how long until you get your own race?
Yeah, where's a Dave Podnar 5K?
Ooh.
Do we do it? Wait, what does it take to do a race? Can we do an AwesomeCast 5K?
We could.
Oh, maybe that's the next step. That's our expansion.
That sounds good.
We'll see about that.
Can you have a Sora and what your medal would look like? We need to know that. I want to know what a day 5K medal would look like.
There you go. Like ChatGPT, that'll help us with the image, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll say this. This is we're going to go rabbit hole real quick. Back when I was in college, we had a project as part of one of our classes, and it was designing an air-to-air missile.
Okay.
It's what you do when you're an aerospace engineer.
Sure.
And it was me and two other guys named Dave.
Mm-hmm.
So we called it the Dave missile, the Death and Violent Explosion Missile. It was the early 90s. It was a different time.
It was a different time. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So we'll play with that. I did ask ChatGPT to let me know what that would look like. We just did a web search for me. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. It was giving me divine elements. Show me what this would look like in an image. There we go. All right, back to it. You know, we mentioned Sora a moment. Katie, I think I sent you something the other day in regards to this
Oh my
story.
gosh, yeah.
Was that not amazing? So apparently Mattel is on Sora. We talk about like Disney's a part of it now and everything. Some of these companies are cutting deals, but apparently the only character that they put in is the action figure of Skeletor, which is just amazing, by the way. So you can see how that kind of looks. Now, if you go to my account, I've been having some interactions with. Well, first it was giving me trouble. I was running into the guardrails just simply having Skeletor breakdance. So he's just dancing in this one. So there's that. But I did do a video where he invades the studio during the Wrestling Mayhem show. So there's that. It's I don't know why he's floating over me at this point, but and then I eject him with a button on my thing. Still drinking my coffee, as you do. So these are kind of fun, and I love that we have an inanimate action figure on here.
Well, and I think they selected Skeletor just because you see so many memes with Skeletor in it. Mm-hmm. You know, where he comes up, says something,
yeah, and runs off.
Until later. And
until next time. Until next time, Dave. Until next time. No, absolutely. Like, yeah, they're definitely feeding into the meme, and it's like it's the perfect one to use. And I was like, oh, do you have Barbie? Do you have He-Man? No, it's just Skeletor, and that's all they're posting. And I think that's a good hard, soft loss to this, I guess, which seems pretty cool. So. Also on the OpenAI, there was actually two big stories since we're on last. I think this happened, because I think this was after our last. Wait a minute, or was this on the last show? Did we talk about ChatGPT Health? I think they might have announced that the day of our last show. Mm-hmm. So we did bring that up.
I think we talked about what we could use it for, but I don't think we specifically talked about ChatGPT Health.
No, because there's kind of a health component, but I guess this is a more ingrained version of that they're promoting. Because you're going to ask ChatGPT about health things anyways. We talked about that before. Hey, what does this mean from the doctor and things like that, right? So they're going to give a little more dedicated thing with it, and also you can securely connect your medical records as well as and wellness apps like Apple Health Function and MyFitnessPal. So it will actually look at your information, which that's kind of what I want, and I'm gonna have to look into that now because it is like what. I'm sorry, Dave. Dave's. I don't know what's going on this computer over here, but Dave keeps popping in and out.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Dave.
I don't know what is. I think it's this keyboard thing might be going out of whack. Anyways, other way. But no, I think it'd be cool because there's been the idea of like, hey, give all this like information of my day to day to your doctor, and they might be able to see something. But also like look at ChatGPT, and it might be able to tell you something too. I think kind of is an interesting, idea as well. Oh God, oh no, it's broken. Oh no. Katie, what do you think?
I don't know. Can I talk about my calendar?
Sure.
I moved on. Just because I don't know, I was trying to give you another visual. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
All right. So it is 2026 Podnar. You know what that means?
Yes, it is the first month. So it's the first month to look at.
Cat Wars!
Cat Wars 2026. Oh, man. They didn't just recycle the same images?
Nope. A whole bunch of new images.
Oh, boy.
And, okay, so we're going to kick it off. And join me in Together Cats Can Rule the Galaxy. That's how we're going to...
There's a giant cat on that one.
It's very scary. Okay, so for January, lasers we must chase. Very insightful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're trying to mimic the old posters a little bit more now.
Yes. Oh, maybe we're getting better at this every year. Maybe the AI is getting better with this.
Maybe the intern's getting better. I spent a whole 2 hours on this calendar.
Yeah. So yes, we will be back to Cat Wars. We will see you in 2 weeks. We'll be back at it for February.
There you go.
Ooh.
I went Super Mario this year. We went all in on the Nintendo.
Could you ask Kid Metal? We need a Cat Wars sound. Some reverberation.
I think you know what we're going to put the request in then.
Can you
absolutely.
put this request in for me?
Dave, what do you want to talk about next?
Oh, one sec. Here we go. I'm actually using I'm using Gemini for the metal.
Okay.
So I'm putting in there. Let me bring that up.
Well, actually, since you mentioned the metal, ChatGPT also brought up the AwesomeCast metal. There you go.
Oh.
I wonder where that QR code goes, though. It randomly generated a QR code. What are we doing? Scan for awesome, it says on the back there.
Oh, I want to know
we
what the
have
awesome
a
is.
microchip. It says,
what?
running the future, established in 2010. And it does not recognize this QR code on my phone. So.
Okay, I ran this so I could see, and I was looking at the bottom of the metal there.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at the text that way.
Oh, I ran this so I could sit and talk about tech.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we might have to lean into that a little bit then, huh? So, anyways, what story you want to hit up here? Oh, there you go.
Let's do... I want to do one that I found. I do want to get to Amanda's if we can too, but
absolutely.
The Adobe update with Premiere, because I don't know how that would be useful. How useful that would be for video creators.
Talk to me about what the update is.
Sure. So the idea is now you'll be able just to click on a video. It will automatically, using AI, basically select an image. And it will stay selected during the video, and it will allow you to make minor adjustments, but it'll allow you just to click, oh, here's this, so I can now track this item instead of having to do a lot of manual work.
So it looks like it's selecting like a person in this picture in this use case, right? Yeah. And so I'm not terribly, I don't completely understand the use case here that they're presenting yet. I haven't, first looking at this as well. So I know there's like a lot of good tools that some friends of mine that use Premiere have told me about like it'll do like a live switch of an interview, for you. So basically it's a shape mask tool. So I'm familiar with that from Photoshop. So it sounds like that would create something of a, I used to have to, I'm thinking about how I used to have to go into Motion and blur out like logos on hard hats for safety videos, right? So this sounds like the kind of thing that would like maybe track like that object, perhaps, so, or just track the hard hat and then we can do something with it and like paint the whole thing yellow or something like that, right? So that could be very interesting.
Yeah,
so
this to me is where AI is useful because it's doing the tedious work. Not necessarily the creative. It's not doing anything creative, but it's doing the tedious work that would help you do the creative work.
We talk about this is a thing that I would do by hand before. You talk about rotoscoping is something you do by hand. And then this is something where, hey, it's kind of the akin to, hey, it's interesting to know how to non-linear edit video, but then you're never going to do that again, but you have the concept down. So I was watching a video about Sword in the Stone, and they talked about the method developed by 101 Dalmatians, where they actually photocopy the line art. So and then make the adjustments kind of thing. So you don't have to draw every single frame and how much money or how much time and money it takes to do that. So like, I'm like, well, that's destroying the art. It's like, well, no, it's making it more efficient, to achieve your goal, So I think that's the same sort of the same kind of tool, right? So you mentioned going, and you're going to see more this is exactly the kind of thing. I kind of want to boot that up and try that out as well. So this was a really big surprise. Amanda, actually, who's been in the chat room, messaged this. So I remember the good old days of back in my day when I got a small box with about 5 DVDs on it. That was the Final Cut Studio set. Okay, Final Cut. Oh my gosh, I forgot what the sound studio. Wait, I forgot what the audio component was. Oh no, it's not Logic. I know that it was something else. But anyways,
is compressor Logic?
Compressor was part of it. Motion was part of it. Hold on. What was Final Cut Studio 8? Because my member berries. I just feel like I need this for context. Let's see. Compressor, Motion, Final Cut, and yeah, no, it does not tell me what else was in there. I knew there was an audio program and DVD Studio Pro. That tells you about what era that was. But the big change is there is going to be a new subscription you can pay for now that does include Final Cut, and this includes the iPad versions as well. And it is deemed Creator Studio. This is going to come up here. I think it's debuting. Is it next month? They're going to debut this for $12.99 a month. You're going to get not only Final Cut Pro, you're going to get a Logic. It's the higher end audio component there. You're going to get Motion. You're going to get Compressor, which I think is anybody that does media should have those on hand no matter what, right? And Motion is basically like After Effects, just a little more, not as heavy as something like that, right? You're also going to get Pixelmator, which I think is their answer to Photoshop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Pixelmator Pro they bought recently, so it was a standalone app. Now it was brought under Apple, and it's now part of this. So yeah, it's the it's like a next level above Photos processing. So it's like literally a pro photo processing app.
So it includes all of those creative, like higher end creative things that you would want. It's $129 for the year. And again, this is great if you don't already own Final Cut. Of course, it doesn't really help out too much if you're just mostly using Final Cut on your Mac. But if you wanted to, it's going to be a subscription for iPad anyways if you wanted to do that. So you do have an image editor in that as part of that. So some of the features with this, I was excited about some of the things they announced in here alongside presumably an update to Final Cut. There is an AI-based there's a montage maker, which is interesting too. There's a beat detection, which will help you detect the beat in a song to edit to. Now, this again, something I've been doing by hand, by trying to figure out where the beat is, where that change should be, and then after 3 minutes, I feel like I always lag behind, honestly, when it comes to that. But this will do that as part of it. They'll display a beat grid, and then you can edit your video to that beat, which would be really great for some good fast action like sports videos, especially what we do with like the Baja cars and things like that too. That's going to make my life a lot easier here this season. The other thing was what was the other thing? Visual search, an intelligent assistant with visual search. You can quickly pinpoint exact moments across all footage by searching for an object or action. Oh my God. If I'm able to say, show me footage with car 83 from a Baja competition. Oof. Oh, I just saw you peek up at that one.
I'm going to be very angry because I'm going to be very jealous and angry.
I'm sure it's coming to your photos too, but
you have the movement, so eventually you get the number facing you. Mine is
That's true. You have it or you don't.
Darn
right?
you!
Yeah, but it seems like video podcasts and interviews can be assembled quickly. But with transcript search is a part of this. I'm already doing this because you can transcribe in timeline in Final Cut, and then I search the captions but now it looks like it's going to be a little more integrated than what that was. This is the stuff that's made me go quicker. This is the stuff where I say, okay, I'm going to transcribe this over here. I'm going to throw it in AI. Hey, tell me where we talked about this. Search for it. Find it. Boom. Kind of thing. Like those tools running hand in hand are what's making things so much quicker when it comes to this. Man, I was considering if we brought somebody in-house for editing, I'd have to learn DaVinci, but man, I'm going to have to make them learn Final Cut because it's just going to be quicker at this point. DaVinci doesn't have these kinds of tools that I'm aware of. And these are the kind of tools that we are most beneficial with the kinds of things that we make in this video house. So I think that's going to be, especially you do events and you have 4 or 5 days of footage and you need to find like, hey, did we film this? Did we film the Ford tent? Like, look for the Ford logo. Look for a blue car. Look for this, kind of thing. So I think that could be incredible. Katie, are you looking at this? Is there anything that kind of pops out to you for your creative suite as well?
I was dancing over here to make believe beats in my head. I don't. So I think
it seems more video and audio.
Yeah,
there's some visual,
but also I'm currently we were talking about I pay for CapCut at least through November because I'm like, no more. Goodbye, CapCut. Because we're having issues with it's not intuitive to me. Like I can't find the tools. This is a challenge. And this
I'm surprised how much stuff went away since the last time I took a deep dive. Like I was looking for a feature that I know was there. Yeah. And this seems much easier and it's not, and because it's hard for someone, especially like me, who does not do photos, not video. I still need to make videos for clients, myself, everybody, and this is something that looks much more intuitive and less of a struggle to figure out what in the world's going on. That montage maker, I think, would be really beneficial for some of the work that I know you do. Yeah, because you just you're just kind of capturing and you're in an iOS environment and. Again, it looks like most of it's iPad. I don't know. You're probably going to need like an M1 iPad at minimum to do a lot of this stuff. So it's not like, hey, I'm going to grab this 10-year-old iPad Pro and get into this stuff. Like you're going to have to kind of roll with that. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. So anyways, very cool. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing that with us, because that was definitely a blind spot. I didn't come across that just yet. So great. So just checking my time. All right, what else do we want to hit up here before we head out?
Oh gosh. Podnar, was there anything else that you
wanted? I think the only thing we didn't really hit was OpenAI now going more for age verification.
Oh yeah, that was a story I saw pop up.
But instead of having to upload a driver's license, it's actually trying to use its own AI to figure out how old you are.
Yes, according to this article on Engadget, they are trying to look at a combination of behavioral and account level signals, including how long an account has existed, typical times of day someone's active, usage patterns over time, and user's stated age. So it's an altogether thing. Like, this is not going to be perfect, guys. But it's not just like a face and it's going to guess, right? So I think that's probably beneficial. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, this is all an experiment in the long run. Worst case.
Because the article does mention one reason they're doing that. Not only because they are getting sued, there was a wrongful death suit. They say Tinu allegedly used ChatGPT to plan his own unaliving. But they also are getting ready to prepare the launch of adult mode because there's not enough adult stuff on the internet yet.
No, or stuff
that AI adult stuff,
or stuff that other AIs are doing without recourse. So, but again, I think they're getting in front of, like you said, a lot of the conversation that's happening here. But I think this is going to get really, really sticky. They're going to mess up. This is going to go bad eventually. Like, we know that.
Oh yeah,
we know that. But how bad it goes and how quick are they going to be to react to it is going to be really, really interesting. So, Speaking of AI, I had two things that came up today. And this is a little bit of, well, first of all, I was doing something. I was asking Gemini about some, actually, I was asking how to get certain things, from Animal Crossing. So I realized I need a slingshot. I was trying to figure out where that was, because I keep seeing these presents floating over my island, and it was like, you need a slingshot, and I thought it was something I'd have to craft eventually, and I was like, oh no, just go over here and buy it. I could have done it the whole time. I had no idea, right? So but when I do that, there's a thing that was happening today where it says, as a person I know that does a lot of live events and organizing for them, you might like to do it this way. I'm like, what is that? So I don't know why it conflated me playing video games with my research about doing live event production in Gemini, but
I'm sure. I'm not sure if that's saying that you're someone, they think that you're someone who would host an Animal Crossing live event, or you have that much power that you can.
Well, now it thinks I'm doing a 5K, so it's going to ask me about doing an Animal Crossing 5K eventually, right?
Ooh.
So there's
exactly.
that. Mm-hmm.
Well, the not rumor, it is released that Google Gemini is now going to be the back end for Siri.
Yeah.
So, and one of the improvements they talked about, it can better work with you like a human would.
Right. And a lot of them are suggesting things like this.
Yeah.
I was actually in my car and I asked a question of Siri, expecting ChatGPT to come up, and it said, I can search on the web for that for you when you stop driving. Like, thank you, Siri, for looking out for me.
I've had things like that where it's like, you could just tell me the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, I can't do that while you're driving. Yeah, you could.
Mm-hmm.
You could just verbally give me the answer. It's not that hard.
Absolutely. The other thing with Gemini I think is really good for, so I have several games that I never completed that have been sitting on a shelf for a long time, mostly for the Nintendo Wii. Okay. We're talking like, and I've had the bug because I'm like, oh, hey, there's a new Zelda, but I never finished the Zelda from like the Wii launch, right? Like Twilight Princess and stuff. I pulled out Metroid Prime was another one where I don't know where I was. We didn't have walkthrough guides back then, there were, but I think you had to buy them at the time or stuff like that, right? We didn't have IGN's walkthroughs, or they're pretty tremendous for something like that. And it's literally like I load these games up, and back then there's not a lot of hand holding, so you don't know what the thing is to do next. So Gemini has been tremendous with, hey, I'm playing this Zelda game. I am in this place, and how do I know what to do next? It asks me questions. Well, do you have this item? Then you're not done with this temple. Hey, do you have this item? Then you should be doing this next. Metroid. So now I know where I'm at in Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime, and I think there was something else I was trying to play too. And these are, again, Ocarina of Time on the GameCube, which is a 1964 game, by the way. But I don't want to start over on the Nintendo Classics because I played it for 2 weeks straight because it was a giveaway for the Wind Waker pre-order. So I might be digging into those a little bit. So if you're ever stuck in a game, especially a little bit of an older game like that, like a Zelda, that is a tremendous thing. Be like, what? If you're in any game and you're like, hey, I'm stuck, what should I do next? Gemini is tremendous for that kind of thing. So highly, highly, highly recommend trying to use that as a tool if you're on games. Because, and again, like, there's the, I'm a casual gamer. I don't want to sit there and butt my head against games. That's what frustrates me and makes me put them away. I just want to kind of play through the experience. And that definitely helps with something like that. So, Katie, you said you've also alluded that's a great thing for Animal Crossing as well. How do I do this thing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it feels like that's better than any strategy guide at this point.
Yeah, because you're just Googling and you're gonna end up in Reddit, you're gonna end up here, you're gonna end up there, and it's just like, just tell me what to do.
yeah, because otherwise you're like going through like a big article trying to look for screenshots that kind of look like the place you were.
Mm-hmm.
But if you dropped into something after years, like my last save game for the Zelda game was 2014.
Yeah.
So,
I don't remember anything from that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even remember that I played the game at that point. So there was something where like, did I do this? I pulled up a Tomb Raider game. I'm like, I don't remember getting this far in this game. So things like that happening. Thankfully, that's a little more straightforward. Is you're like, no, just run. run and don't get killed. The Tomb Raider games are kind of that whole like Rise of the Tomb Raider era from the Xbox One era is pretty straightforward. So, right. From the chat room, Amanda,
Sorg,
you got a heart out here.
I have a heart out. If you want to show,
yes.
I put in the Slack channel my results for creating both a day 5K medal and a couple awesome cast
Fantastic.
medals.
I think we'll put those on social.
I will hop off now.
Excellent. Thank you, Dave. iPhoneography podcast, and make sure you follow his race adventures over there. Real quick, and we'll get out of here. Amanda says also on the Apple Creative Suite announcements, they're also going to be adding AI to the old school iLife suite. I haven't heard that name in a while. Numbers, Pages, Keynote, and Freeform. iWork Suite, she says, actually. So that explains why I haven't heard that in a while. So, and those are all, I did see on the article that those are going to remain free. So that's all part of that. Basically, for your, that's what you get for paying the Mac tax, I think, is all those programs. So, Katie, thank you so much. Thank you for your on the ground, on the front lines of Animal Crossing relaunch weekend, update weekend. So,
yes, absolutely, it was so much fun. I had a great time
with our correspondent Charlotte.
Yep, on the ground. Giving us all the things. But yes,
Excellent.
I had great. It was so much fun.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been, and thank you, intern Tony. Real quick, what did you learn from AwesomeCast this week?
I learned there's a lot of interesting job-related games out there that weirdly seem interesting. And I forgot to mention this when we were talking about it, but Job Simulator on VR, I played that and it was so much fun. So I feel like I would like Power Wash Simulator. I feel like that'd be fun.
The only problem with Job Simulator was I tried to put my hand on a desk to get myself up. That wasn't there. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like one of the early like VR Oculus and stuff like that. So guys, thank you guys so much. KatieDudas.com.
Yep. And drinking. I'm a hot girl.
There you go. There you go. I'm at Sorgatron on all the social medias. If you want to see how things went last week for the 20 years of Wrestling Mayhem Wrestling Show. So thank you guys so much. We'll be back next week. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.